Hello, everybody. Today I have the pleasure of speaking to Tommy, our successful Unger Academy student. Welcome, Tommy. It's a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living?
I work as a software engineer, so actually as a system engineer, but I used to be a software engineer in the automotive business. So I develop software for engine control units for electric vehicles.
Wow. Impressive. So what was the problem that you had prior to joining our program?
So I lost money. So I struggled with trading for several years and tried different programs. And I learned a lot, really a lot. And I think also the programs were pretty good. But finally, I came to the point where I recognized that my emotions do play a big role when trading. And yes, then I get more and more in the direction to develop systematic trading strategies. Unfortunately, with the wrong tools, but I was not able to trade it automatically. So I still used it as an indicator or a signal, and but it didn't work. But because still I have to put my trades manually, and I always was thinking, is that the right thing? And depending on your emotions, how was your day, and so on, you make different decisions. And so I decided to become a full automated trader.
Amazing. So you started discretionary and
Yes.
saw that it was really impacting a lot of time, energy, and emotion.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So why did you decide on the Unger Academy program specifically over any other program?
Yeah, I did research what programs are on the market, and one day I found the webpage of Unger Academy. So I did not know Andrea Unger. I found, I think, the webpage 2 years ago, and then I immediately ordered the book, the Unger Method. But unfortunately, I did not join the academy after reading the book, because when I read the book, it was like too far away for me. I thought that's a different level. And yeah, last year I changed my mind, so I decided to join the academy, and that was the right decision.
Did you find that, despite maybe the book making it seem like it was more advanced, did you find that, when you joined, you had all the tools you needed, to get to the level you needed to be?
In the book, there were so many things that I did not spend time for. So like all the statistics and that you do when you do automatic trading. And it was a lot of information, and I didn't see that it makes sense to spend money on the next course and the next course and the next course. And so I decided not to join the Unger Academy this time. But later in my progress to become a trader, I found out that I still need a lot of information to get on the level to set up all the tools and all this, the whole tool chain and the configuration.
Mm-hmm.
And so actually my wife told me to call the Unger Academy, because I always tell her what I'm doing and what is not working and so on. And one day she said, okay, call Andrea Unger, you need help.
That's a great wife you have there.
I do.
So was there anything in particular about the program that really helped you more than others?
Yes. So because before I joined Unger Academy, I already bought the license of multi-charts. So I played around with multi-charts. I imported data and it just did not work. I tested some strategies that are supposed to work, but it did not work. So, and then I get deeper into the topic data feed and so on, and I found out there are a lot of things that you have to think about when importing data to multicharts. And immediately after I get access to your course, I downloaded some, not even the videos, I downloaded some papers, tutorials and stuff, and it helped me to save a lot of time.
Awesome.
For example, use TradeStation, use different computers, how to get a second computer to access TradeStation data and so on. And you have all the documents and the description, how to get contact to the support and what to tell them, what to do and everything.
I'm glad that you found that helpful. Awesome. So as a result of implementing what you've learned during the program, how is the outcome? How's your trading been?
So to be honest, I spent mostly of the time to get all the environment running. So my target was not at the beginning to develop strategies. My target was to start trading as soon as possible. So in, I think, November last year, I joined your academy. And I was able, in the middle of January, I was able to get online with my system. So I collected different systems from the internet, from your $1 million database. And then I started to trade in January with a demo account to see if the whole tool chain is working.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this for 3 weeks. And in the middle of February, I started with real money on my private account. And this worked perfect for me. So it was really a good experience to make money. And later on, I started to trade in a LLC account because in Germany, we have some tax laws. So we cannot trade futures in a private account, only for a limited amount. And in the 1st of April, I started to trade in LLC, and that was absolutely the game changer for me.
So very good results so far. That's great.
Yes, so this month was perfect. Perfect. May was perfect. April, not that good, but May is perfect. I will also apply for the Trader of the Month, that's for sure.
Yes, we look forward to seeing you there. We need I think it's only fair that an English speaker receives the Trader of the Month this year. It's been Italian so far.
Okay.
Let's get an English speaker going. Very cool. So how has your life changed since achieving this outcome, since trading live and reaching your goals?
Because I do not have the stress sitting in front of the computer and make decisions, I'm more relaxed, of course. And what I really like is I still love to spend time in front of the computer to develop strategies or improve my tool chain and whatever. But it's independent of the time. So I do not have to sit in front of the computer at 4:30. It's the US Open in Germany. It doesn't matter. I can work at the weekend. I have a second computer at home as a development PC with a multi-charts license, a backtesting license. So I can work whenever I want. I can develop strategies. And if I don't want to, I go outside and play with my kids.
That's
and
great.
Do whatever I want.
That's really great. So yeah, it's you're there because you want to be and not because you have to be. And you can trust that, things are going. That's great. That's really great.
More flexible, a lot more flexible now.
So where do you think you'd be right now if you didn't take action and join our program? Or if your wife hadn't told you to join our
Yeah,
program.
I think I would still play around with multi-charts and try to get the whole tool chain running, and I would not be confident to click the button to do auto trading. But with your help and the help of your colleagues, and you have really good people in the weekly coaching call, they can answer almost everything. So this is perfect, and that makes you confident to click the button and to start the auto trading.
We're really lucky we have a team of experts on our side, and that team is growing every day. So it's more and more support for you guys. So last question, if there's anyone watching this video that is maybe on the fence about joining our program, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, if you like computers, if you like the work with computers, and you like trading, this is perfect. This is the perfect course you can make. And you should do it as soon as possible, because my experience is every month makes money. And if you put the decision more in the future, then you lose money because you do not join the academy.
Great. Thank you so much, Tommy, for your time and for sharing your experience with us. And as I tell everybody else, I wish you happy trading, and I hope to see you in the contest next month, and I hope to see you as a winner next month.
Yeah, I try my best.
All right. Thank you so much, Tommy.
Thank you.